Hey, everybody, and welcome back to New York Comic Con. Golden Boy here, joined by John Carnage on the stage. But this is a really special one. We have, I would say, three legends amongst us at this point, if you are a fan of it like I am.
Well, one legend and two co-legends.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
no. We're having a legends battle.
This
is a legends war.
This
Back
is
it
getting
up.
a little awkward. I don't know what to do right now. We have the one and only voice of Superman, George Newbern.
Hello.
We have the voice of Wonder Woman, Susan Eisenberg, right?
Woo.
And last but certainly not least, the voice of Batman,
Kevin Conroy, ladies and gentlemen.
That's amazing.
Woo.
And John Carnage is there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, John. I didn't hear anything.
So how's the show been so far for you guys?
Unbelievably
great.
Fun. Unbelievably fun.
The audience is amazing.
Yeah, we
Fans
actually
here are so wonderful.
we're stacked. Like everyone is circling around. I'm definitely excited for this because I know a lot of people like myself actually grew up, watching Batman, watching Superman, and the Justice League.
Yeah.
So for me, this is actually pretty big. I would say. I didn't dawn on me.
And this is where we get to meet the fans. So we can record, and we don't know the impact the show has.
Right.
And we come here, and we hear people tell us over and over again that they grew up with our Justice League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that these characters mean the world to them, and the show meant the world to them.
Yeah.
So to hear that, to meet the fans, it's a gift for all of us.
It's
Sure
so
is.
different than
Really
working
special.
on stage where you get that immediate response
Right.
from an audience.
Yeah.
Right.
The kind of jobs we do now, it's recorded and you send it out into the ether.
Right,
And
right.
you never really
Right.
get that feedback from
Yeah.
the fans or from the audience
Yeah.
until you come to a place like this and
That's
then you
right.
hear it all.
Yeah. No, it's definitely exciting. George, what about you? I mean, how's it been so far for you?
It's great. This is only my third con, and this is by far the biggest, no doubt. But it is so gratifying to connect with folks that have been following you and say, "Oh my God, you're the guy from this, you're the guy from that," blah blah blah. It's wonderful because no one in Los Angeles says anything.
Yeah.
Everyone's so over it in Los Angeles.
Right, we had to come to New York.
They had to
for
come to
some
New York.
positive
Where
Yeah,
people
I
go,
know.
"Hey, I love you."
In
In
LA,
LA,
it's like, eh.
in LA, it's like,
It is.
didn't you work once?
Did
Yeah.
you work?
Yeah,
Weren't
one
you
time.
somebody once?
Yes, exactly.
One time, long
Yeah.
time ago.
Been
So, no, but I mean, honestly, it's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for joining us
Our
here.
pleasure.
Sure.
So I know you guys had the reunion panel
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was fun.
Yeah, we hadn't seen each other in probably 7-8 years.
Wow.
All of us, and
In fact, we hadn't seen Carl Lumley. I hadn't seen Carl since the show ended.
Yeah.
In a long time.
So,
Wow.
I mean, just hearing him do his Jean,
yeah,
I mean, it just
he's so great.
chills.
Lovely.
Did you guys actually do your voices on
We did.
stage
We
as
did.
well?
We did 3 little scripts.
Yeah,
three
we-
excerpts from Justice
From
League.
the original
so crazy.
episodes, and
Yeah.
then we had an original script written specifically for the event.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our moderator wrote it for us. So Sean Lynch, who's standing over there,
Right.
and he
Awesome.
wrote it for us, and so we got to perform it in front of
Yep.
our audience. It was amazing.
You know, that it's interesting you mentioned that. So you guys did like a script reading, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the Thrilling Adventure Hour guys up here, and they basically like made their entire career based off of script reading, right? Like that's what their podcast was.
Oh, right,
How'd you
that's right.
feel that experience like translated for you guys? See, I know you guys did voice acting and all that stuff, and but like a live script reading. I don't know if you guys have done that often or in a while, I should say.
Not
How
a,
was
that,
that?
that's
I've
usually
never
what my-
done
No,
a
we've
live
never. I've
script
never
reading.
done
Yeah.
it. And in fact,
Yeah.
having our voices to do a live script would be so much fun. I
Yeah.
mean, we would love it. So if there's anyone out there who wants us to do it, just ask.
Yeah, I'm
Fun.
sure. I'm sure
We're
there are a
here.
lot of people who would love that, man. It's awesome. So, I guess projects coming up. What's going on with you guys? Where can we see you all?
Well, how much time do we have? For
We have
Kevin
plenty.
to tell us about
Kevin,
stuff he
please.
has coming up?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I never know what I'm allowed to talk
Right,
about.
exactly.
Okay.
I've got a lot of stuff coming out next year
Yeah.
that I've been recording since January.
Yeah.
Better
But,
not to say anything.
don't say
can't
anything.
say anything.
I can't say anything. I'm still working on Scandal on ABC, and
That's right.
My episode coming back is this Thursday, so I'll be in the show a lot this season.
Yeah.
And still doing voiceovers and this, that, and the other. So it's all good.
And I have the DCU online game. I'm playing Wonder Woman on that.
Oh, are
so,
you?
Yeah, we're in the midst of telling a trilogy, so
Yeah.
I have one more part to do. So I'll be voicing that in the next couple of months.
I actually play that.
Oh,
Oh.
and also Justice League on Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Oh,
coming
that's
out
right, Justice
being
League
released
Unlimited.
Justice League Unlimited on Blu-ray. This
next week,
fall.
I think next week or
Next
couple
week,
weeks.
right away.
Wow.
It's coming out.
Soon.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes out for that.
Great.
I mean, honestly, it's fantastic, and it's it's good to see the impact that you guys have had on people. I mean,
thank you.
If there is a place for this to be the case, Comic-Con is certainly it, right? I mean, you see people walking around their Batman shirts all the time, Superman shirts. Do you guys have any like crazy stories of people that you may have come across in your travels?
No, they're
not at all
crazy animation fans.
Someone had a seizure today, if that means anything.
Wow.
Okay.
That was pretty crazy.
Didn't the character
Did you
go in
soothe
that
them with
direction?
your voice?
Yeah.
Did you just go into Superman voice?
Yeah, I did.
No, but Kevin ran over like a hero.
Oh.
And,
I went, call a medic.
yeah,
There you go.
Superman. Call a
George,
medic.
And George spoke like a hero, and
Yes,
Kevin ran
and
over
said-
like a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was something. But the fans are just, most of the stories are sweet and touching because people grew up with us. So they come with their children. They tell us that their children are now watching.
Yeah.
I get, a lot of the shows I do, I meet a lot of veterans for whom the show has meant something.
Yeah, a lot of vets.
So it's less crazy story.
Oh, I think
And more like, wow, that's so sweet and
Genuine
and
connection.
special.
The thing about animation is that these characters are meant for animation. They're not meant for live action.
Right.
So when we give the voices to the animated character, we're part of people's very intimate imaginations, as children. And they grew up with it.
Yeah.
So we're a part of a very personal part
absolutely.
of the fans.
Yeah. Well,
And
I mean,
they feel like they know us, and we've been a part of their lives growing up with them.
For me, it was like that as well. I would come home from school, and I would go and I'd watch Batman on WB here in New York. And then immediately after that would be Superman. Sure. And I would watch that. And then years down the line, Justice League came out.
There you
and
go.
I started watching that. And for me, it's always been it's kind of like it was like therapeutic, right? Because you had a bad day at school, right? Teacher was mean. I oftentimes didn't
Sitting
do
out
my
of
homework.
Justice League.
Send up the Justice League. Send up.
we hear that so much.
Yeah.
That people like it was healing or it was comforting. So it
I had a
means the
young
world.
woman in Chicago at the Chicago Comic-Con come up to me and say, I've always wanted to meet you because you're what got me out of the projects. All my friends are either in jail or dead from when I was a kid.
Wow.
And I got out because of Batman. I said, wait a minute. You got you out of the project.
Yeah.
Got you.
So that's something to be really proud of.
Yeah.
But she related it to that character and to that. She said, well, no, every afternoon I had that show to come home to instead of getting into trouble.
Wow.
So you're part of a very intimate part of people.
I am someone who could definitely relate to that as someone who grew up in South Bronx. And and I know 110%, that. And like I said, it's come home, watch that, watch my Toonami, right? Like watch all those things, and kept me off the streets, right? Kept a lot of kids off the streets.
Right.
And
My mom is from the South Bronx.
Oh, nice.
Fordham Road.
Yeah. Okay. I actually I used to work around there.
And Gun Hill.
My father lives in
Hill.
Gun Hill Road.
Does he?
So,
So mom
yeah.
was
So
born.
look at that. That's small.
New Yorkers.
New York.
What are you going to do?
That's what I thought.
What are you gonna do?
New York.
But honestly, guys, fantastic having you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Any other plans for the rest of the show?
I got to go to the airport.
Okay, hey, that's a big day.
Okay.
So Kevin and I will.
We're going to have more signings
we'll be signing autographs
until I think 5 or
So
5:30.
Yeah, we're here. So please come say hello, get an autograph, a picture. We're here.
Yeah.
And before we go, one last thing. Advice for Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot as they embark on the adventures of the Justice League. Any advice?
No.
Specifically, as I'm a Superman fan, George. Love it. Or like maybe not destroy so many.
I would say no carbs,
no carbs.
Okay.
lean protein, and
Okay.
mostly vegetables. Is what I would.
I would just say honor the history
Yeah.
and honor the characters, and I'm sure they'll do that. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin?
I would second that. Be true to the original stories and the integrity of the characters.
Yep.
Don't try and screw with it too much.
There you go. I like that a lot, guys. Oh, wow. Well,
Keep
thank
it
you guys
simple.
so much. Appreciate it, guys. Give it up for
Thank
George
you.
Newbern,
Thank
Kevin
you.
Conroy, and Susan Eisenberg.